All right, let's get right into it. If you have ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, stuck trying to fix your credit report, then this is for you. We're going to move way beyond the basics and get into the legal tactics that can actually force the credit bureaus to listen. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to expose the trap of those easy online disputes. Then, we'll talk about a huge mindset shift from asking to demanding. We'll look at the legal weapons you already have, learn the exact words to use, figure out how to counter the bureaus when they try to stonewall you, and finally, we'll wrap it all up in a simple 3-step action plan. Okay, let's start with something that drives everyone crazy. That little online dispute button. I mean, it seems like it should be the simplest way to fix things, right? Well, it's usually the absolute worst. Come on, does this look familiar? You see something that's just plain wrong, you click that button, you type out a little note, hit send, and what happens? Usually crickets. Or you get that automated email back saying the item was verified. There's a reason for this, and trust me, it is absolutely by design. Here's the deal. When you dispute online, you are almost always clicking a box that agrees to some fine print. And in that fine print, you're often waiving your legal rights, which makes it harder to fight back later. But certified mail? Oh, that's a whole different ballgame. It creates a powerful, undeniable, legal paper trail. It's your rock-solid proof that they got your dispute, and it puts you in complete control. And that brings us to the real heart of this whole strategy. We're about to flip a switch. We're going to totally change how we approach this whole thing, moving from being passive to being, well, very assertive. Listen closely, because this is the most important part. You are not asking the credit bureaus for a favor. You are not hoping they'll do the right thing. You are demanding that they comply with their legal obligations under federal law. Just changing that one thing in your head, from asking to demanding, it changes the entire dynamic of the conversation. Now, to make those demands, you've got to know your weapons. And the good news is they are incredibly powerful, and they're already written into law. Let's take a look at the main tool you've got in your arsenal. This is the big one, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or the FCRA. This law is the bedrock of all your consumer rights, and notice the language. It doesn't say the info should be mostly accurate or kinda right. It's strict, and it puts the burden of proof 100% on them, not on you. This right here, this is your new mantra. Burn it into your brain. Every single piece of information on your credit report has to meet all 3 of these conditions. If it fails on even one, if it's not perfectly accurate, if they can't fully verify it, or if it's too old to be on there, it has to be deleted. Period. No wiggle room. And you've also got the FDCPA on your side. This law basically keeps debt collectors in check, protecting you from any unfair or shady practices. It's just another layer of legal armor you're wearing. Now, this number is huge. The moment the credit bureau receives your certified letter, a 30-day countdown clock starts ticking. By law, they have to investigate and respond to you within that time frame. If they don't, they are breaking the law, and that item must be deleted. Okay, so we know the law's on our side. Now, how do we actually use it? This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the specific language you need to use in your dispute letter. And it's probably not what you're thinking. This is another one of those massive shifts. You're not going to write them a letter saying, "I don't owe this money." We're not getting into a debate about the debt at all. Instead, we are simply and calmly pointing out that the data they are reporting is factually inaccurate, which is a clear violation of the FCRA. This is so much more powerful because it's a position they really can't argue with. So let's say you pull all 3 of your credit reports and you see the same account has different dates on different reports. Boom, you've got them. It can't logically be both October and December. That is a factual data inconsistency, which means it's inaccurate and you have a perfect legal reason to demand its removal. Here's another golden one. A charge-off is just accounting talk. It means the original creditor has written the debt off as a loss on their books. Once they do that, they can't keep reporting a growing past due balance every month. So if you see a charged-off account that still claims you owe a monthly payment, that is a direct factual error. You can call them on it. And get this, it's not just about information being wrong. It can also be about information that's missing. The FCRA demands complete and accurate reporting. So if a key piece of information, like the date the account was opened, is just blank, well, the entry is incomplete. And reporting incomplete data is a violation. That's another perfect reason to demand they delete. So, you send your incredibly powerful, fact-based letter. The 30-day clock runs out. What happens next? Sometimes, you'll get back that single, infuriating word that makes most people just give up. Verified.
Don't you dare stop. This is exactly where the advanced strategy kicks in.
You're going to get one of three answers. Deleted is obviously the goal. You win. Updated is, okay. It means they fixed the specific error you pointed out, but the account is still there. But verified is where everyone gets stuck. They think the fight is over. It is not. It's just round 2. So what do you do when they send that letter back claiming everything's correct? Simple. You call their bluff. You make them prove how they verified it. This is your secret weapon. It's called a method of verification letter. You send another certified letter, and this time you demand they tell you their exact process. Who did they talk to? What documents did they look at? What was their method? The truth is, their verification is usually just a quick, automated computer check. They almost never do a real investigation, so they can't provide you with that proof. And when they can't, they often have no choice but to finally delete the item. Whew. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. The right mindset, the laws, the specific tactics, the counter moves. So let's bring it all home and put it together in a simple, repeatable plan you can start using literally today. That's it. It's this simple. Step 1, draft your letters. Use that factual dispute tactic we talked about, targeting those specific little inaccuracies. Step 2, the post office run. This is the best part. You actually go to the post office and send those letters via certified mail with the return receipt. It's the moment you actually take control. And step 3, update your tracker. Write down the date, the tracking numbers, and set a calendar reminder for 35 days from now to follow up. So really, the big takeaway here is that the law is on your side. You have the power. You don't have to just sit back and accept whatever the bureaus decide to put on your report. The only question left is, are you ready to stop asking for favors and start demanding what the law already guarantees you?